Hi, everyone. Today I want to talk to you about what a social looks like how you do a social. Um, so the first 20 minutes of your social is everybody just coming and saying hello and getting to know each other. I usually have the sugar scrub next to the sink. That way people can go and sample it and try it out and see how they like it. And I really try to take that time to find out a few things about everybody that's there. One, do they work? Do they have children? Are they married? I try to find out something about them. And then about 20 minutes in, once everybody has kind of gotten there, I usually don't wait any longer than 30 minutes if they're still waiting on guests to arrive. I usually start after 30 minutes. And to start, I just like ding a glass, like ding, 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 or I'll just say, hey, everyone, like that, and everybody will look at me like I'm crazy. And I'll say, thank you, everybody, for coming tonight. I really want to respect everyone's time, so we're going to go ahead and get started. If everyone can take a seat in the living room, we're going to share a video with you real quick. It's literally about 3 to 4 minutes long, and it explains Beauty Counter way better than I can actually explain it. So have a seat and refill your glasses and your plates or whatever, and we'll get started. And then everybody goes into the living room, and in the living room, there are clipboards. I love these clipboards. They help me in so many ways with the social, and I'll get into those ways as we go. So on the coffee table or whatever's in front of you in the living room, there are stacks of clipboards. You can get the clipboards like Office Depot or like Target or whatever. And on the clipboards are 4 things. There are 4 ways. Okay, we call them our 4 ways. There's on the very top is the order form with a pen clipped to the clipboard. Every clipboard has to have a pen. You don't want somebody ready to write down what they want and not have a pen. So the order form is on top. Underneath that is the membership flyer. Underneath that is the host flyer, and underneath that is the opportunity flyer with our packages on there. So the clipboards are sitting on the table, and you start by thanking everybody for coming again, and you can do your why now, talk about why you joined Beauty Counter, or you can show the video first and then do it after. Doesn't matter, whatever you're most comfortable with. So let's talk about the video, because you know your why at this point, okay? The video, there's 2 videos that I like to show. I show one, but I show some of them at some parties and some of them at others. So the MSNBC video is one of my favorites. It's really exciting. It's fast-paced. They talk about all the statistics. They talk about Beauty Counter, our mission, everything. It's exciting and fun, and it's colorful. And then there's the We All Deserve Better video, which I also show. But I show that video at parties where it's kind of like a quieter group of women. Maybe they're new moms, or I feel like they're going to be really tied to our mission. It pulls at the heartstrings. So, but the thing about that video is it doesn't say the statistics out loud. It just flashes them on the screen. So if you have a room full of like 15 women, and if somebody drops a napkin or laughs at something they see in the video or says something to somebody, they're going to miss a statistic because the statistics are written on the screen. Whereas in the MSNBC video, they say the statistics out loud. So people will hear them, even if they look away or they sneeze or throw something in the garbage. They still hear it. So choose which video you want to show based on the crowd, and then show the video. After the video, I like to, if you haven't, tell your why. Or if you already have, you are then going to go into dig deeper on some of the things that you saw in the video that you want to touch on more. So I usually touch more on who Christy Coleman is. I touch on our ingredient selection process a little bit more than what they said in the video. I touch on some more of our press, where Greg has been interviewed, some of the the places that she's been interviewed, some of our most recent press, because the videos don't have our most recent press. And then I tell them some of the statistics that really hit home for me. And to find the statistics that Beauty Counter is comfortable with us sharing, you go behind the counter to a document called Health and Safety Stats. Pull that document up, print it out, staple it, and put it on on your, like either hold it or put it on the table in front of you. So when you do share those, you can read them from the form. The great thing about having them in your hand is if someone challenges you or someone asks you where you heard that information from, you have it there. It's in the footnotes where you got that information. So share about 2 or 3. Don't overwhelm your, the people that are listening to you with everything that's on there, because people will get bored and tired of listening to you, and you don't want to scare anyone. Share a few statistics, and then we go over our 4 ways. That's the last thing you do during your presentation. So I say, there are 4 ways that you can get involved with Beautycounter. The first, most exciting way is to become a consultant, like I did. It's $85 to join, and you get 25% off as a consultant, and you get to share the Beautycounter mission and the story and the products with people that you know and love. And then there's an opportunity to even build a team and work with your friends. It's so fun. And, it's something that I got into, and I didn't expect it to become a business. And it just exploded. It became a huge business for me. And it's so fun to be able to work with friends and to empower women and to be able to share this information and really feel like I'm making a difference. So if anyone here is interested in hearing more about the opportunity, just grab me and we can set a time to talk, maybe on the phone or grab coffee. And I do have a file I can send home with you to look over some information. The next way you can get involved with Beautycounter is you can host a get-together like tonight. If you had fun tonight and you decide that you want to share this information with your friends and family, I would love to come and bring all my products, and we could do this at your house with your friends, and you can earn host rewards. Another way that you can get involved is simply by becoming a member. That's like a membership perks program that we have. It's $29 to join. You get free shipping over $100. You get 15% back on all of your purchases. And you get a free gift if you spend over $50. And then the last way that you can get involved is simply by supporting Beautycounter and supporting me, and just buying the products. There's no minimum or maximum that you have to buy to purchase. You could buy as little or as much as you want. And with that being said, let's all just, I think we can wrap up here, and unless there's any questions, and then you tell everybody to answer questions. If there aren't any, you say, if everybody could just grab a clipboard from the table, and let's head over into the dining room, and I'll walk through all of our product lines, and you can jot down the things that you want. Now right there, that's an easy way for you to tell people that you want them to buy products without saying, are you going to buy anything? Or, so what are you going to buy tonight? Especially, I think it's like 85% of the women that are Beautycounter consultants have never been in sales before, so they're not comfortable asking for a sale. They're especially not comfortable asking their friends and family for a sale. So this is a great, easy, light way to do it, by just saying, grab a clipboard and jot down the things that you want as I go through the product lines. Then you're not individually asking people what they're going to buy or if they're going to buy. So, everybody grabs a clipboard, heads into the dining room. The products are displayed by product line. Collection, okay? So you start with, whichever one's on the left to the right. So for me, I usually start with the nourishing line, move on to the rejuvenating line, move on to the body collection, the kids line, the babies line, and then our cosmetics. And I only touch on like 2 products, maybe 3 in each line that I love, like the ones that I love, that I'm most passionate about. That's why it's important that you use the products yourself too. And I can tell them what I like about them and how they, whatever, changed my skin or made me feel beautiful or made me smell beautiful or look beautiful or whatever. And I go through just 2 to 3 because I don't want to overwhelm them, and I don't want to take too much time because people do get bored listening to you. They just sat there and listened to you for 10 minutes talk about Beautycounter. They're ready to try the products and sample. So as you're going through the products and telling them your favorites, you're handing them products to try, to sample. You're squirting the hydrate into their hand. You're scooping out the cleansing balm and giving everybody a sample. You're putting a drip of the face oil in the back of their hand and letting them feel how it goes right into their skin, especially mixed with, a face moisturizer. Having them smell it, feel it, touch it. Encouraging them to pick things up and try them. And, so you run through the product lines, and by the time you're at the last product line, you barely even get into cosmetics because by then everyone's asking you questions and passing the products around and jotting down the things that they want. It's also really important to go to like Office Depot or Staples or something and buy yourself some little bitty labels. They're like this big, okay? And you put the prices on there and you stick them to the back of the products. Like if this is a like hydrate lotion, you stick it on the very bottom back, you just write, the price. That way, when people are picking up products and smelling them and feeling them and sampling them to see if they want them, when they jot them down on their order form, they know the price. And they could also say like, okay, this is $24 and this is what I'm getting for $24. Is it worth it? Yeah, it's worth it. So they'll write it down, or that's not worth $24. Moving on. I'd rather spend $68 on a face oil than, $24 on this and $22 on that and whatever. They can logically make it make sense in their budget, in their mind. If the prices are right out there in front of them, and they don't have to ask you, how much is this lotion? How much is this face oil? That's embarrassing. People don't want to do that. So have the prices on the products, plus they're filling out their order form for you. It's such a time saver, especially if you have 10 to 15 women in a room and you're the only consultant there. You don't want people waiting for you to finish with one client for them to have their turn. It would take you all night and people will get frustrated. If you have those clipboards with a pen, they're writing their name, address, they're filling out what they want, they're writing the prices. They may not be totaling it up because a lot of them just don't do that. But they're writing their credit card information on there, they're putting their email address down, all time savers for you. So, people are going to start to say, I'm ready to check out, whatever. Have your phone ready or have a calculator ready so you can calculate it out for them. Another great thing about the clipboards and checking out and saving you time, and you get flustered. Like I get flustered. I'm like, what? Who said what? So on the clipboards, remember, we have the 4 ways. So when you're handing them their receipt, okay, you're also reminding yourself, I need to tell them about the membership program because that's the next flyer. And you're like, did I tell them about it? If I didn't, I need to tell them about it. Are they going to sign up for it now? Let's find out. Does it make sense for them to sign up for it today? Tell them about the membership program. Maybe they're going to get a free gift if they sign up today because they spent $100. They're going to get free gift and free shipping. So that flyer is there as a reminder to you. And then they can take that home with them. And then the next flyer is the host flyer. So I always say to them before I hand them, I'm like, and this is about our host program. I had so much fun with you tonight. If you had fun tonight and you want to do this, something like this with your closest family and friends, and it doesn't have to be as big as this. It could be 2 to 3 of your closest friends. I'll come over. I'll bring all the products. We can tell them, all about Beauty Counter and our mission. We can share the information that we shared tonight. Would you be open to doing something like that? And if they say yes, book it. Book the party. And send them home with that host flyer. Some of them will say, well, I don't know, I'll think about it. And then show them like, look, here, you can earn 50% off products or free products based on the sales of the night. So take this home and think about it. And then the last thing on that clipboard is our opportunity flyer. And that's the flyer that says, like, it's $85 to join Beauty Counter. Here are our 3 packages. You get our website and customer service. And so that's on there. And that's just, again, a reminder to you that you need to ask them if they would be open to hearing more about the opportunity. We want to make sure we don't prejudge people that are in the room. We don't want to say, oh, God, she's not going to be interested. She was telling me how many kids she has. She has no time. Or, she's about to have a new baby. She's not going to have time to do Beauty Counter. It's not up to us to judge who should be given this opportunity or who to be offered this opportunity, because we have people from all different walks of life that do Beauty Counter. Okay, people that have full-time jobs, people that are stay-at-home moms, people that homeschool 5 kids. It's not up to us to decide. So offer it to everyone. If you can have 2 or 3 reasons that you've learned about them throughout the night that you think they would be great at this, then tell them that. Okay, so I'll say something like, when I'm handing them that brochure, the flyer, I'll say, and this is about our opportunity. You were like the life of the party tonight, if they were. Okay? You were the life of the party tonight. You're so funny. You have me cracking up all night. Would you be open to hearing more about what the Beauty Counter opportunity is? Because I would love to tell you more about it. Maybe we could grab coffee, or I could call you and we could talk about it, and I could just tell you how it works and what's all involved, and you could see if you'd be interested. And then see what they say. If they say, I'll think about it, and you say, great, take this home, and think about it and give them your business card, or say that you'll follow up with them, or ask them if you can follow up with them. If they say, yes, I'd love to talk to you about it, I'd love to hear more about it, that is a gold mine. That person, you want to not just give them the flyer, but you also want to give them an opportunity folder that you pre-filled with information. So some of the information in the opportunity folder, I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see what I put in that folder. And the folder is sitting on the side, and I only give this folder to people that say yes, they want to meet with you, or yes, they want to talk to you. So I tell them to take this folder home, and I put all their stuff in it that I've already given them, their order form, their membership flyer, the host brochure, and that thing of the packages. I put that in there, okay? But what's also in there, I tell them to take it home and look at it and look it over, and that we'll talk on whatever, and you set a time to talk with them or meet with them. But here are some of the things that are in that folder. So like I said, here are the packages, okay? Also, the compensation. Sorry, I don't think the packages just showed. I'll show them again. Hold on. Here are the packages. I don't think I clicked share screen. Here are the packages, okay? So that's there, because that was the 4th page on your clipboard. So that's going in, okay? And then your compensation page is in there. That's in the folder, okay? Another thing that's in the folder is the investment calculator. And this is going to show them the initial investment, what they spend, how they can make it back. Another thing that's in that folder are the cosmetic collections. So they can see what the packages are for the cosmetics. Another thing that's in the folder is our in the press one pager. Shows all about our press just to keep them excited. And I believe that's it. And they can take that home and look it over and talk about it with their spouse or their friends or whatever. And then when you talk to them in your meeting, they're more prepared. They've looked at the information. They may have questions for you, which is great. And before you have that meeting with them, you might want to, depending on how seasoned you are, you're probably new if you're watching this video, talk with your mentor about maybe going with you or being available on Voxer for you to answer questions during the meeting, and how to prepare for that meeting. So anyway, that's just how a social goes. I hope this was helpful, and hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.